Hi friends, welcome back to my channel with a new video. So today we are going to discuss on datetime packages. So how we can use all these datetime packages in the automation anywhere. So we'll see one by one. Okay. So let me open automation anywhere. So we'll get started with one taskbar here. So I'll create one taskbar. So click on this taskbar. So I'll just give. So date packages I'll give. Okay. And then click on create and edit. So now, so in the action tab, you just type date. Okay. So you can see this date time, and then you can see all the options which are available in this date time packages. So now first we'll use this toString. Okay, so using toString, so we are just assigning that whatever the value we are assigning that date time value to one of the variable. So I'll just mouse over on this. You can see here. So converts a date time value to a string value and enables you to select a free-defined format or specify a custom format for the output value. So okay, free-defined format also you can able to use it, or else the custom format also you can use it. So how to use that, I will see that. So before that, I'll just select one date here. So date time packages, right? So today's date I'm selecting, and our I'm selecting 12 a.m. That is fine. And then IST UTC 5:30 Kolkata, that is okay. And so here the formats you can see, right? So basic ISO date. So these are all the pre-defined formats. Okay. And this is the custom format. If you select this one, we need to provide the custom format. Okay. So we'll see that. For that, I'll open this website here. Okay. Uh, Let me reopen this. So just type date time format. One second. So date time format in AA360 and select the first option, date time format. So in this you can see all the date time formats, how you can use it in the automation anywhere. So it is there in the documentation. So which is created by automation anywhere team. Okay. The free defined date time format you can see. Okay. The format, the basic, if you select this basic underscore ISO underscore date, so this is the format you need to give like this. So if you want to use it as a custom, no, so in that custom format you need to provide this one. So now I'll come down the custom format also you can see the custom date time format you can see below. You can see this. So these are all the custom format. To extract here 4y hyphen mm capital M, because if you use small m it is for minute. Okay, here you can see. So if you use small m it is for minute. So capital M if it is for month. So DD for day. Okay, so now using this format we'll see. Okay, year, month, day, the first one I'll use it. Okay, so just copy or type it, whatever. Okay, go to automation anywhere. So here I'll select custom format. So then I'm assigning that to one variable. So sample string, I'll use it. Save this one. So and then I'll take one message box over here. Just I want to display that value inside this message. Okay, so I'm selecting that sample string because I have assigned that to this variable only. So now it has to display whatever the value we have assigned to this variable sample string. So it will display in this message box. So 2/18/2024, and then time also it will display. See here 2024 to 18, February 2 and 18 is the day. So whatever we have assigned to this variable using that this toString, it is displaying in the message box. So next we'll see next option in the date time. So just type date. Okay. So next we'll see add. Okay. You can see add. Select this one. So in the add, what I will do, I will select one more date here. I am selecting today's date only. So time is 12 a.m. Then IST. Okay, here you can see the time value to add in that. So I'll just disable this line. So time value to add means, so one I'm adding it. So one means you are adding 1 day to this date or 1 hour to this time. So like that. So here time you need to add. So you can select here. So if you select days, no, so it will add one day to this. So now it is 18, so it will display as 19th. So that also we'll see. Okay, so I'll just give V day because we are adding one day to this date time. I'm just giving this one. So after this, we need to convert this. This is the date time format, so, right? So we need to convert this to two string. Okay. So now you can use this two string. So in this, you just select variable. So variable I have created as vday. Select this, and then the format I'll select ISO local date. ISO local date. Okay, and then assign this to sample string. Okay, then run this one so that the whatever the date we have given, that is 18, so it is adding one day to that date, so it has to give 19 now. You can see this, so 2024 2 and 19, so one day is added to this particular date. So that is how we need to use this add command. And also you can there are multiple items and options are available here. So instead of date, you can add hour also. So I'll just select this hour. So now it is 12, so it has to give 1 now. So to give 1, so here we need to select, instead of this ISO local date, we need to select ISO local time here, because now we are adding that 1 hour to that particular hour, correct? So that is why now we'll see. So it has to give 12 a.m. to 1. I'm just adding 1 hour to that. See here, so it is giving 101. Okay, so that is how we need to use this add. So now we'll see next option. Okay, now what is the option? So assign is there. So assign, using that assign, we are just assigning that particular date or time to this. Okay, we'll see that. I'll showcase to you, or else we'll see that. Okay, so assign in the sense, okay, so here I'm just giving, select this date time. I'll just select this variable. Okay, we'll see this assign, how we are assigning that. So these three are not required. I mean, these two lines are not required. I'm just disabling these two lines. Message box is required. So assign, in the assign, I'll select this variable. So now I'll select 19. So time is 1:30 a.m. Okay, I'm assigning this to one variable. So vdate 1 I will give. Okay, and then I will take one more assign here. Just copy that line, do copy paste. I'm just doing that copy paste here. So now I'm selecting, instead of 19, I'll select 18. So time is same. Then I'm assigning this to vdate hyphen 2. Okay, okay. So now I have assigned. So if you want to use this assign, just we are assigning like this. Now we'll use this one. Is after. So is after means, so it is comparing two dates. Okay, comparing two dates variable and verify if the value of the source variable is after the value in the comparison variable. Source variable is date 1. Okay, the comparison variable is date 2. So the source variable is 19. So and the comparison date is 18. So that means it is after the comparison date, right? So that in this case it has to give true here. So we'll see that. So now we'll convert that to string now. Okay, so how to convert we'll see. Because it is giving true false, so boolean type it is. So I'm just selecting Boolean type here. So in the Boolean, you can see that toString it is there. So just select this one toString. So in the toString, what we need to give? So date 1 and date 2 we need to give. Okay. Sorry. So this value we need to select here. So one second, I'll just select that one. So whatever the value before this one, okay, before converting that one, so we need to use this option, correct? Because we need to compare that. So now we are doing this is after. So in the is after what I'm selecting, okay, so I need to select this date 1 and date 2 variable. Click on this variable. So now select this date 1 and so second one also that is variable. So that is we date 2. So now after this, I'll just assign this to one variable. So we after date I'll just give. Okay. So here in the Boolean you need to convert that. So now I'll select this v after date. I'm just assigning that to sample string. So now, so what it will give? So it has to give true, false now. So based on the condition. So now the so is after what it is doing? The source value should be greater than this comparison value. So now in this case it is true only. So it will give true. Okay, it is giving true. So if you make this false, right, that source should be less compared to this compare value. So now it is 19 and the second one is comparison value is 18. So if you interchange these two, so it will give false as. So we'll see. So we're using this is after like that. So is before is there, right? So we'll see that. So is before. Before means, okay, so is before means what it is giving. See, comparing two date variables and verifies if the value of the source variable is before the value. Okay, source variable is before. That means, see here, so this one I'll change. This one I'll make it as 18 and the second one comparison variable I'll make it as 17. So in this case, so is before means this is the one. So in this case it will give false. We'll check. We'll see that. Okay. So date 1 variable. So then date 2. Okay. I'm assigning this to v before date. Okay. So now I'll disable this after one. So after that we are converting that. So here I need to change this to before. Save this assigning to sample string. So now it has to give false only because that source state you can see that is before. Before means that comparison date to value is there, right? It should be greater. Okay, so it is giving false only, correct only. So now the before means before this second variable. So value is 18, right? So I will give 16 now. In this case, it will give true. So value should be lesser than the comparison variable. Okay, it is true now. So before and after we saw. So now we'll see equal. So equal means so both date 1 and date 2 value should be same. So 16 I will select 16. Here also I will select 16 only. So both are same now. I'll just disable this line. Okay, and now I'll take this is equal. So in the is equal, I need to select variable only. So the first one is date 1 variable and the second one is date 2 variable. Okay, so it is going to compare these two values, the date, whatever the value it is there in this date 1 and date 2. So it will compare here. So I'll create one variable. So v, it is equal, right? So date equal I'll select. Okay, I'll create this variable and after this, so it is giving the true false, right? So it is a boolean type. So just we need to change this variable. Okay, v date equal. I'm assigning that to sample string. So now it will give true now because both are equal only. So that date 1 and date 2 value you can see both are equal only. So using this is equal package you can see like this. Okay, it is giving true only. Suppose if that date is not matching, now I'll select 17. So in this case it will give false. Okay, now we will see it will give false. See here it is giving false only. Okay, so now we'll see. I'll just disable these lines. Okay, this one also it is not required, Boolean type. So now we'll use this subtract. How to subtract that? Okay, so in the date one, so it is 2/17/2024, February 17, 2024, right? So now in the subtract, what I'll use? So select the variable. So in the variable, so date one is there. I'm just selecting that. Okay, what you are selecting? Time value to subtract. Okay, or else you can select this date time. That is also fine. So anything is fine. So here we'll select date time only. You'll get to understand me. Instead of taking new variable, so here only I'll select that. Okay. So what I'll select 18 only. So now the time is 12 a.m. Okay. The time value to subtract 1 hour. So subtract we need the time we need to subtract. So I'll give this hour only now. Okay, hour means 12. So minus 1 means 11. That we'll see now. So we subtract time because we are selecting time right now. So I'm selecting time only. Okay, save this one. So we subtract time. We need to convert that to two string. So I'll just drag this message box over here. So now two string you can take this one date two string. Okay, so here you need to select the variable. So that variable is we created we subtract time. Okay, so now, so here I'll select ISO local time here because I'm just subtracting 1 hour from that time, right? So I am selecting time. So I'm assigning that to sample string. So now save and run this one. So instead of 12 a.m. it has to give 11 now, that time. Okay, so 11 means that is 23 means that is level only because so in my laptop so it is the time format is 24 hours. Okay, so now it is 12:24, right? So it is giving 23. 23 means 11 only. Okay, so I'll subtract 1 day here. So now we are subtracting 1 hour, right? So 1 day will subtract. So instead of hour, I'll just select days. So now it is 18, so it has to give 17 now. Okay, so instead of we subtract time, I'll just create we subtract day I will create. Okay. So now here in the convert section, right, to string, we need to select this variable. Remove this date. Instead of that, you need to select day. Subtract day. Okay, I'm assigning that to string. But here ISO local time is there, but it should be date because 1 day we are adding, right? Not time. Okay, so in the selecting of the format and custom format, you can just go through the documentation. So automation anywhere has created the documentation, right? I showed you, so you can go through that. See here, it is giving 2024 0 to 17 now. So we have selected 18, but it is giving 17. Okay, so that is how we need to use this date time format in the automation anywhere. Thank you for watching. Bye.